get stuck in one place and you stay there for a whole life.
Yes, about this, my husband said, I think the best business here would be to be in the removalist business.
We can sleep all together also. We want a separate bedroom. For kids also, they want a separate bedroom and all this.
Privacy.
Privacy is the most here.
Delhi. The place where I was staying, we had about 99 flats or townhouses. And can you believe it, we knew almost each and every one there. And you could just knock at someone's door at 10 o'clock in the night, ask if you wanted something, or if you, let's say, there's a guest coming to your house and you have to cook something, you don't have potatoes or you don't have onions. I mean, you didn't have to take permission or tell people, I'm coming to your place. You just knock, and that way sort of you miss. And where I used to stay, having those 99 flats, we used to have all our, let's say if it was Christmas, New Year's, Diwali, any festival, we all used to get together and you knew each and every one. Out here, I find it really sad that you don't even know your neighbor. It's just hi and bye, down the lift or up the lift, or how are you, or is it a good day? So you miss all this.
Are you an Indian, or are you an Australian, or are you both?
I'm both. I don't think I am Australian now, because I've been living more than 45 years, nearly close to 45 years. I'm Australian Indian, not Indian Australian, but Australian Indian.
I feel when it's Indian say, when you eat the salt from the place where you live, your responsibility goes to that place. You owe to that place. Since I moved to this place and I become citizen, my heart, soul, everything with Australia. Even when I go and watch cricket, I support Australian team, not Indian team. People get annoyed. No, because see how it feels like this country gives you, this country feeds you. When you take the citizenship of this country, your responsibility, and you should be this with this country. From my heart, I completely Australian, not Indian anymore. So I won't forget my roots, but completely I'll take Australian side all the way. Yes. Even with my friends, 10-15 people, we go together. I'm the only one who's supporting Australian team all that time. That's how it should be, you know. I play a lot of different sports, which is maybe even in India, it's slowly disappearing. Because when I was young, we had television only when 1988 at our place. So before that, because there is no television, we always go out, play cricket, volleyball, or ride cycle, or play the marbles. Marbles, we play a lot. I used to play marbles until I was graduated, until 21. And that feeling, my kids or this generation won't get it, I think. Because now the kids, they sit with the iPhone, iPad and all the time they watch TV. But because we didn't have those facilities, we go out with the friends. From morning to evening, we used to.
It was really nice because it was a suburb and a kind of a village, so we had nice river flowing in front of our house. I still remember that we used to go for fishing there. We used to go around, play around the paddy fields, and there were gardens and everything. And I still remember, because that time there was no computer, there was no TV. The TV was not very popular that time. So we used to go out, play different games. I still remember playing hopscotch with my friends and so many different games, especially in summer vacations, because I had, from my father's side, I had 4 aunties, my father's sisters, and 1 uncle, and all their kids. All together, we were 14 of us. And they used to come in summer vacation because my grandparents had a nice big house. So all used to come down in summer vacation. We used to have fun. Morning, we used to go for cycling. We used to hire cycle because cycles were expensive, but we used to pay 1 rupee for 1 hour, and we used to go for cycling. And then after that, we used to play some card games. We used to eat together in a one plate, and there was some nice mountains, and there was a temple on the mountain. So for a picnic, we used to go on the mountains. It was fun time. I really got a fond memories. Because he was living in that hostel in Westmead, and his sister was living in Sutherland. He wanted us to be comfortable because his sister was there for me. So he was looking apartments, and he found that apartment in Sutherland. So when we came here, we straight away went to that Sutherland apartment. I love Sutherland Shire. I can't even think about going to other area. I'm familiar to this area, and the people here, they are so friendly. When I came here, I was not sure what I'm going to do. So because we were living in Sutherland, I chose to go to Cheslon nursing home, and I started volunteering there. Because of that, I can decide what I really wanted to do, because after coming to the different country with a different culture, I was really confused at what I wanted to do. But because of that opportunity and working with the old people, I could decide that I want to do this. I used to get that pleasure that I'm putting some smile on someone's face. It was rewarding for me that I'm giving something back to community, and this is how I decided what to do.
One was 5 years old, the other one's 2 years old, and they gelled with the society so well. It's absolutely fine. I called my second daughter a coconut, brown outside, white inside. Well, in India, the schooling is pretty harsh, with a lot of homework. There's a concept that you have to do very well. Education was the most important thing in life. But when it came to Australia, when we saw our children growing up, there's a lot of balance of life. And when you can't handle a certain situation, there's always help. It's a very different kind of a scenario altogether in Australia, because you learn if you want to learn. If you don't want to learn, you don't learn. But that never used to be the case in India. So if you don't want to learn, you better jolly well learn. I am an Indian thinking the Australian way. Put it that way. It's a very interesting question that he asked, because if I had in India, how would I solve the problem? Sometimes when I have a situation where I need to deal with that in a very Australian way, I always think that how this problem can be sorted out in an Indian way. What would I do? To give a small example, I can work under a lot of pressure. I can work under a lot of duress, which is something which I gathered in India. So when I came to Australia, that was very, very easy to handle people and understand that. But I do have my own way of doing thinking the Australian way.
I thought the country was empty because I didn't see many people there. Why there is no one in the country? Only very few, the cars go, and I don't see much crowd in the road. And most of the roads, when you walk, you are the only person walking in the road. And back in India, I won't have space to walk. Seeing the land area, I used to think, so much is getting wasted. How many houses they can build and bring so many people. That was the impression I had when I came here. When you move from any country to any other country, you have to have an open mind. You have to think, I am going to adapt more, I am going to be more adaptable. I am going to embrace the cultures of that country. I am going to appreciate whatever is the best in that country. I'm not going to say my culture, my thing, because you are the person who is moving to other cultures. You are the person who wants the benefit of those countries. So you have to be adaptable. Don't go and say, I have to stick to my own things.